becomes the point of the future of my nation. Because, Israel is a miracle. No matter how you can look at it, there is no logical explanation to the rebirth of a nation after 2,000 years of being away from its land, the rebirth of a language that was not being spoken anywhere, the rebirth of a land that was a barren wasteland. Mark Twain shows up in the middle of the 1800s to Israel, and he writes that even the cactus, which is a great friend of the desert, did not live there. That even the cactus, which is a great friend of the desert, did not live there. Rebirth of a land that was a barren wasteland.
Rebirth of a land that was a barren wasteland. Rebirth of a land that was a barren wasteland.
I want to give all the praises and the honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Recha HaKodash, and double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone. Honors as well to you, brethren, you fellow believers and followers and supporters of this truth. Even you few sisters, shalom to you and shalom to the elect. So anyway, I ran across another clip. I had the first clip of Jerusalem in 1848 or 1840 something. Okay, like 100 years before you see the situation that you see that they got in their land, right? And I think it was through the League of Nations and even before 48 during World War I, which I believe that was around 1918 or so, that this is all was set up to be established. Now this guy, it seems that they're the only ones that can make these claims, and obviously so. When you have the power, you have the media, you have the money, I guess you can say anything and everybody will go for it. This guy, Alan Parr, he sits there and he agrees with everything with no research. He paid attention to nothing. He doesn't care. And that's the state of our people. They just don't care. Now, the other nations, they're having fights over these situations or whatever, but ultimately the children of Israel has been left, right? We've been scattered throughout the world. And through biblical prophecy, there's not going to be some big building being built there and then we're in the end times and all that. Yes, we are in the end times, but they're trying to make it fit their prophecy. And that's not the case. Deuteronomy 28:64 says the children of Israel will be scattered among all people from one end of the earth even into the other. So it's not going to be in one particular location. Now, because of the nature of the video, this even proves it, because if we say something else, it's misinfo. Although all these infomercials that pop up seem to be crazy misinfo. But anyway, Let's read a couple of scriptures. Proverbs 4 and 17. For they eat the bread of wickedness and they drink the wine of violence. Right? This is talking about not going to the path of the wicked, but it also goes into let me go to 16. For they sleep not except they have done mischief, high levels of evil, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. Now it's crazy, they said the same thing about the Native Americans about America, that it was just a barren, desolate wasteland. I guess it would be when, according to you or the people who conquered and stole it, you would say that. But I don't know how it's barren and desolate unless you don't believe the people that are living in those lands are worth anything, that you can just call them desolate and barren. I guess that would be the only way I could surmise that situation. The only way you can call a land desolate and barren if you don't agree that people that are living there are actually people. But yeah, this is what it is. They eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. Now we can go to Habakkuk 2, Obadiah. There's various scriptures that go into this situation, but I just wanted to just touch on this real quick. I saw this little clip, and I merged it with the other clip that I had, and I said, oh boy, it's more and more evidence and proof, which we knew, because only Western culture don't understand or know any damn thing, Micah 2 and 2, and they covered fields and take them by violence, right? It looks like I can go to 1, I guess. This is called Woe to the Oppressors. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds when the morning is light, and they practice it because of even their power of their hand. And they covered fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Yep. These scriptures is self-explanatory. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, I am against this family, do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go heartily, for this time is evil. Right? In that day shall one take up a parable against you, and lament with a doleful lamentation, suffering, and say, we be utterly spoiled. He have changed a portion of my people. How have he removed it from me? Turning away, he has divided in our fields. That's pretty much it. But and it goes on to talk about the false prophets. But the bottom line is, when you read these stories, you can read these scriptures, you can definitely match them with prophecies and things that's happened. You even had our own people had their hand in certain things as well. But I'm just saying, for the sake of the video, that I think the main point I want to make is these people have the nerve to say it was desolate and barren, right? When it's kind of like if I'm living in my house, but it didn't have electricity, it didn't have central AC, it didn't have carpet, but it was my house. And then a thief comes in and say, this place doesn't have the proper, doesn't qualify for habitable living conditions. So you know what? It's barren and desolate. So we're going to kick them out, steal it, and then we're going to carpet it and make it comfortable for our liking. And then we can say it's ours, and it was nobody here before we got here. And that's exactly what happened. You went into somebody's house, stole it, right? Destroyed it, used the technology of others that you stole to build that place up, and then call it your own. This is Psalms 49:11. Psalms 49:11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call the lands after their own names. Well, it is what it is. But I just wanted to bring this out to show you the hypocrisy, which hypocrisy goes to actors or liars of what you've seen. It's wicked. But what do we expect? We prophesize that. And Jeremiah 17:4 says, "Thou shalt discontinue from thy heritage." That's our land and our nationality, right? Now, all the sicknesses and when you think of a wicked, sick people on the planet, you think of one particular group of people. Now, those people would fit the curses of Deuteronomy 28, right? Nobody else would fit those curses. There would be people who try to fit the curses. There were people who say it's them, but we can see without a shadow of doubt through process of elimination and through pure facts that these are the children of Israel that were scattered. And let me get one more scripture just to go into that real quick. Almost forgot this scripture. Is Joel 3:2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh's judgment. Okay, and will plead with them there for my people and my heritage, Israel. So this also proves with Jeremiah 17:4 when he said, "He discontinued from your heritage, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land." Right? So there's no way that these people entirely, although some of our people are there, but these people entirely are the people of the Most High. Because he said once he gathered them, then it would be into battle. And then when the children of Israel get there and the children of wickedness won't waste them anymore. And then when you read Isaiah 14, it says, I will set them in their own land and they shall dwell safely. Right? And they're not all going to look like, in this instance, one people. And when the children of Israel is established, right, the whole world will be governed correctly. Right? There won't be no immoral laws that do what you want to do. Everybody had their own practices and whatever. Okay, bringing much confusion to the planet. Anyway, that's all I have on that. Shalom.